Any questions from the commission?
We're going to cover each one of those in the meeting one by one, or we're going to take each set as a whole as it's presented.
Eddie, is it all right if we're going to go through them one by one on this at the end? Are you okay with us just doing that thing?
Yes, we're going to talk about the clarification.
Yes.
as part of it.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
You good with that? Okay.
Okay.
All right, we'll, are we ready back there?
Ready.
Okay. Let me get the meeting started off here. Okay. This being the time and place for our regular scheduled September 23rd, 2025 Planning Commission meeting, I would like to call this meeting to order. Please call the roll.
Lawrence. Ford.
Here.
Tate.
Here.
Wade. Here. Terry. Temple. Burrows.
Here.
Hyde.
Here.
Everett.
All right, we do have a quorum today. So, are there any corrections or additions to the minutes of the 2025 meeting? No corrections, I'll take a motion to approve.
Make a motion to approve.
Okay. Motion and a second. Any discussion on any of the items? All in favor say aye. Aye. Okay, that stands approved. Okay, I'd like to take a moment and introduce the Planning Commission members and give a brief description of what we do and how this meeting is conducted. The Commission has 9 members, 8 of us are volunteers, appointed by the mayor for 6-year terms. We also have 1 member from the City Council. My name is Gary Gordon. I'm the Vice Chair of our Planning Commission. Chairman Lawrence is not with us today. Secretary is right here is Larry Wade. The other members here today are Miss Frances Tate, Miss Myrna Burrows, Mr. Eddie Pike, and members that are not with us are Ross Terry, Forrest Temple, and Hunter Pepper, the council liaison is not with us. Members of the public seeking to get an item considered by the Planning Commission must send an application to the Planning Department not less than 21 days prior to the meeting. Unless otherwise specified, all applicants for development approvals are required to submit results of submittals by the private citizens seeking some change their own property. In making our decision, a primary tool used in the Planning Commission is the One Decatur Comprehensive Plan. This is a general community plan for the city of Decatur and was adopted through a public process to formalize a vision and the future of the community that represents the interests and the will of all Decatur residents. In many of these cases, the Planning Commission does not have final say, like zonings, annexations, vacations, sidewalk, cafe license, and resolutions. An additional approval is required by the City Council before they become official. In this case, the role of the Planning Commission is to advise the City Council. The first part of our meeting today is a public hearing. Each item will be read separately and voted on after comments. If you wish to comment on an item in this public hearing, we ask that you come forward to the microphone, state your name and whether you're a citizen of Decatur, then make your comments. We ask that you keep your comments to 3 minutes or less, and we ask that you sign in a sheet. We have a sign-in sheet so we can record who you are in your comments today. Today's public hearing, we will have this type of request, a preliminary plat. This is the second step of the subdivision process, and we have a construction plan included. So with that, I'll ask you to, okay, we're ready for the first item in the public hearing.
The first is a preliminary plat, Valley Park Phase 3. The acreage is 23.15 acres. The current zoning is R3 single family. The applicant is Pew Wright McNally. The landowner is Wilshire Development. It's located north of Valley Park Phase 2. The request is to subdivide 23.15 acres into 73 residential lots. The proposed land use is residential. One Decatur future land use recommends low residential. One Decatur street typology is Clear Creek Drive as a local street. The comments and recommendations from the Technical Review Committee are as such. There are no conditions to be met, but as a point of information, number one, any relocation of utilities will be at the owner's expense, and any relocation needs to occur before construction. Number two, south of lot 63, lots 12 and 13 from phase 2 have easements missing on the north side, 8 feet wide Decatur utility easement and a 6 foot wide Decatur utility easement. Number three, lots 1 through 6 have an easement missing to the south, 20 feet Decatur utility easement. And number four, a label is missing for the 20 feet wide Decatur utility easement to north of lots 1 through 5.
Okay. Does anyone from the public wish to address this item? Okay, seeing there is none, I'll entertain a motion on this item.
Motion for approval?
All right, we got a motion by Mr. Pike and second by Ms. Tate. Does the commission have any discussion they'd like to take place on this item? Okay, being there is none, will you call roll?
Gordon.
Yes.
Day.
Yes.
Wade.
Yes.
Burrows.
Yes.
Meyer.
Yes.
All right, the next part of our meeting is consent agenda. This is the part of the agenda that the planning commission has a final decision on and does not require a public hearing. These items are read together and voted on as a group. If you wish to comment on an item, we ask that you come forward after they're all read and to the microphone and state your name and whether you're a citizen of Decatur, and then make your comments. We ask that you keep your comments to 3 minutes or less. Today we have these type items. We got site plans. This is a proposed development on the collector street or above. These plans show building placement, parking, circulation, landscaping, etc. The next one is certificates to subdivide or consolidate. A one-step process to subdivide and consolidate no more than 3 lots, and a survey is required. And then number 3, layout plats. This gives a general idea of the layout for a subdivision. All right, you can read us our first case today.
Okay, our first case is 715-25. It is located on 1.47 acres, currently zoned R3 single family. The applicant is Pew Wright McNally. The landowner is Flint Church. It is located at 1205 Mill Road. The request is for approval of site plans to construct a 4,400 square feet addition. The proposed land use is institutional. One Decatur future land use recommends rural edge / agricultural. One Decatur street typology is Mills Road Southeast is a minor arterial. The following comments and recommendations from Technical Review Committee are such. The conditions to be met. Number 1, please show ingress and egress to public streets from planning. Number 2, please add internal circulation arrows to the parking lot. Number 3, on page C500, requires the need inlet protection at Great Inlet at southeast corner. Number 4, please close and connect silk fence at flower bed at southeast corner and connect to construction entrance per engineering. Number 5, please close the rest of the site off with construction fencing to force construction traffic to the construction entrance per engineering. Number 6, please show existing gas service on site plan per Decatur Utilities for gas. The point of information, any relocation of utilities will be at the owner's expense, and any relocation needs to occur before construction.
Next case.
Okay?
We'll move through the consent agenda. All of these.
Site Plan 716-25 is located on 89.73 acres, currently zoned M-2, which is general industry. The applicant is Anthony Byers. The landowner is GE Appliance. It is located at 2328 Point Mallard Drive Southeast. The request is to construct a new health clinic and parking lot. The proposed land use is institutional. One Decatur future land use recommends riverfront mixed use. One Decatur street typology. Point Mallard Drive Southeast is classified as a minor arterial road. There are no conditions to be met. Point of information, any relocation of utilities will be at the owner's expense, and any relocation needs to occur before construction. Site 17-25 is located on 0.65 acres, M1 Light Industry. The applicant is Pewright McNally, landowner Brandon Betterton. Location is 3329 Central Avenue Southwest. The request is approval for a site plan to construct a 5,900 square feet storage warehouse. The proposed land use is industrial. One Decatur future land use recommends Flex Employment Center. One Decatur street typology classifies Central Avenue as a minor arterial. Comments and recommendations from Technical Review Committee. Conditions to be met. Number one, a fire hydrant will be required to be within 400 feet of the proposed to new structure, per the fire marshal. The points of information, any relocation of utilities will be at the owner's expense, and any relocation needs to occur before construction. Moving on to certificates. Certificate 3652-25 is located on 2 acres, currently zoned Agriculture 2. The applicant, X-Ram Incorporated. The landowner is Keith and Danielle Larson. It is located north of 3115 West Chapel Hill Road. The request is to approve the certificate to adjust the lot lines. Proposed land use is residential. One Decatur future land use recommends low residential. One Decatur street typology classifies West Chapel Hill Road as an urban collector. The comments and recommendations from the Technical Review Committee are as such. There are no conditions to be met. And a point of information, any relocation of utilities will be at the owner's expense, and any relocation needs to occur before construction. Moving on to layout plats. Layout plat Valley Park Phase 3 is located on 23.15 acres. Residential zoning R3 single family. The applicant Pewright McNally. The landowner Wilshire Development. Location and property address is north of Valley Park Phase 2. The request is for approval layout plat. If the proposed land use is residential, One Decatur future land use recommends low residential. One Decatur street typology classifies Clear Creek Drive as a local street. Comments and recommendations from the Technical Review Committee. There are no conditions to be met. Point of information, any relocation of utilities will be at the owner's expense, and any relocation needs to occur before construction. Moving on. Oh,
We'll take
that's
that
right.
now. So does anyone here in the public have a comment on any of these items in the consent agenda? Okay, being none, I'll entertain a motion from the commission.
Motion to accept.
Second.
Okay, we got a motion by Mr. Wade, a second by Mr. Pike. Any discussion among the commission?
I have a question. 717-25, the Betterton property. The fire hydrant says within 400 feet. Does the developer install that? Do we make that change? How does that happen?
The developer will be required to install a fire hydrant closer to the structure.
Thank you.
He may pay the utilities to do that. That's
Water
required.
responsibility.
That's correct.
One more question.
Yes.
What product will be stored in this warehouse?
Do we know that, Chad?
I don't make a comment there.
He said when we stored the warehouse.
Richard Humphrey, Pewright McAnally, 310 8th Avenue. Basically, this is construction material for like roofing, siding, sheet metal type work.
Nothing explosive.
That's right. No, this is just general,
You know,
general,
it's got a
general
community.
construction materials.
We have a community right around there, so I'm concerned about that. Okay.
Thank you, Richard. Any more questions? Okay, we've got a motion and a second. Call roll, please.
Gordon,
Yes.
Tate,
Yes.
Wade,
Yes.
Burrows,
Yes.
Aye.
Yes.
Okay, that stands approved, 5-0. Other business, we got one remaining item here. This item will go on to the city council for final approval, and it does not require a public hearing. This is a subdivision regulation amendment, a change or update to the subdivision regulations. Any adjustment must be approved by the planning commission members to be adopted. Okay, so Chad, you can take this item.
Okay, before I get started, at the advisement of staff, it is my understanding that the subdivision regulation amendments does not have to go before city council.
Okay.
Okay, other business subdivision regulations amendments. The file name is subdivision regulation amendment, applicant, City of Decatur. The request is to amend the definition of a driveway on page 7 of the subdivision regulations. The second item will be to amend definition of pavement on page 9. To amend the definition of streets on the B, page 23, bullet point 1. To amend the definition of lots on F, page 28, number 5, 6, 8, 9, and 11. To amend streets and alleys on B, page 31 of the subdivision regs. And to amend the definition of an experimental subdivision on A, page 45. There are no conditions to be met, as it is an amendment of a text amendment of subdivision regulations, and there are no points of information. I'll go through the definitions. The first revision is in the definition of a driveway. Formerly, it was a paved or unpaved area used for ingress or egress of vehicles and allowing access from a street to a building or other structure or facility. The new recommended definition is a paved area used for ingress or egress of vehicles, including allowed access from a street to off-street parking spaces, buildings and other structures or facilities pursuant to zoning district requirements.
Okay, I'll stop. Is there any questions on that one from the commission? Okay.
Moving on to the definition of pavement. A hard surface created using asphalt, concrete, and permeable materials that allow water to drain through, including porous asphalt, pervious concrete, permeable interlocking concrete pavement, or PICPs, and a plastic grid of pavers. The city must approve these surfaces for their intended use. Additional alternatives for hard surfaces are grass pavers, gravel, and crushed stone.
Any questions?
I just had the comment about adding language, this pertains to new driveways.
We'll come back to the final comments on that.
Oh, okay.
You just hold that right there.
Okay.
Okay.
The next revision is under B, streets, under general. It describes paved access, stating that paved access shall be provided to all developed parcels, including roads leading to a proposed subdivision, unless the Planning Commission specifically considers and approves a lack of paved access, and said approval is noted on the relevant plat. Okay. Moving on to number 5, under streets, general. Each lot shall have frontage on a dedicated or accepted street. The street's right-of-way must be at least 50 feet wide and connect to the public street system. Any exceptions to this requirement shall be approved by the City Planning Commission. If the right-of-way for a platted street has not been formally accepted for maintenance as a City of Decatur street, A performance bond shall be provided by the builder or developer until the street and all associated subdivision improvements are fully constructed and accepted by the city. Moving on to definition 6, if there is no discussion. Paved driveways shall be required on all new construction in zoning districts, in all zoning districts, to allow vehicular access from a street to off-street parking areas, buildings and other structures and/or facilities. This must be done pursuant to zoning district requirements. The text amendments also include new definitions for flag lots. Flag lots shall be shaped so that the building area is set back from the street on which it fronts, and shall include a minimum of 25-foot access strip along the full length, the stem, connecting the building area to the street. The building area of the flag lot, excluding the stem area, must comply with the minimum lot size required for that zoning district. Also, flag lots may be created in groups not exceeding 2, where the combined stems are a minimum of 40 feet in width, and each stem shall be equal in width. Definition 11. Any restriction pertaining to any lot shall be noted on a lot on the recorded plat or a specific reference to a footnote stated within the boundaries of the lot. This will be amended to read upon approval. Any restriction or condition pertaining to and impacting a lot must be clearly noted directly on the lot's depiction on the recorded plat or by a specific reference to a footnote located within the boundaries of that lot on the plat, and reference page 45A. Proceeding to Part B, streets and alleys. The initial description reads, on all streets and alleys, a suitable hard surface permanent type of pavement shall be constructed in accordance with the City of Decatur specifications. The new description reads, on all streets and alleys, a suitable hard surface permanent pavement shall be constructed according to the City of Decatur specifications, providing paved access to all development parcels. Lastly, in addition to the experimental subdivision description, in addition to the other noted descriptions, a summary of all significant waivers and deviations from the standards as set out in the subdivision regulations that are subsequently granted approval by the Planning Commission and shall be duly itemized and depicted in a final recorded plat.
Okay. Is there anyone from the public that wish to comment on any of these? Okay, I don't see anyone requesting that. So I'll entertain a motion from the commission here, and then we can have discussion on any items to clarify after that. So I'll open it up for, we got a motion by Mr. Wade.
I'll second.
Second by Mrs. Tate. Okay, any discussion among the commission members?
I just want to make a comment that I think it's good that we've added notation here concerning flag lots, which was an absence in our previous. And also, I just want clarification. We make reference to a performance bond. I just want to make sure there's an explanation of how those performance bonds are established and determined in some other section of the code.
Or how, what we do currently is if a developer is developing lots and he wants to file a final plat so he can start selling lots, any public improvements that are not completed, be it the roadway, storm drainage, utilities, they're required to supply a performance bond of 150% of those improvements until those things are in place and inspected and accepted by the city of Decatur.
And while we are not changing that is referenced somewhere else in the subdivision guidelines, right?
I believe so, yes.
Okay. Is that right? Okay, thank you.
And then I have a comment regarding the definition of pavement where it says the city must approve these surfaces for their intended use. Since we're specifically referencing new driveways, I would like to see that included so there's no misunderstanding.
Okay, Chad, can we make note of that? I think that's pretty, we all consensus to the new drives. Can you add that language in there?
Yes.
Okay. Any more items for discussion? Okay, we've had a motion and we've had,
Did we also add that, those pavers for the driveway? That's very popular now, instead of concrete.
We had grass pavers in it though.
Yeah.
But these are not grass.
You just want pavers in here?
Add pavers to it, please.
Yes.
But I think we need to get the wording in here today before they vote on it, instead of just adding it later. It has to be
Okay.
voted on today, for whatever the wording is we want for the new construction and all that. We have to determine that out now
Okay.
before they vote.
I have a question for staff. Will the brick pavers and engineering, will the brick pavers and grass pavers, do they mean the same thing, or should we just change it to brick pavers?
There's a difference between the two.
Okay.
One of them is a structurally sound soil that with grass put on top of it. The actual like pavers that's bedded in sand and can be decorative, just like we got downtown in our streets with the big brick pavers. Those are the brick pavers that I think she's talking about making driveways out of.
Okay.
so I think we need to have both of them in there, right? Grass pavers and
Brick pavers.
So I think a place to do that is in your, where you go through and you say grass pavers, you can add brick pavers to it. And the other thing that we've got in there, that's on page 2933, 33 on our agenda.
Yeah, right, the definition of pavement, correct?
Yes.
Is a brick paver and a concrete paver the same thing?
Basically, yes, just made out of a different material.
We would be good with just saying one or the other?
I think, I think you'd be fine.
Hey, can I make a suggestion? You just say aggregate paper and it'll cover them all.
Say what?
Aggregate paper.
Good
I
idea.
like that suggestion.
Carl, you look puzzled.
Yeah, aggregate and concrete and bricks not necessarily the same thing in my world. But I know where he's coming from, but that would not, I don't think most engineers would see it that way.
Is there a term we can use?
Other than just saying papers and not specified type.
Can somebody come back with rubber papers?
They might.
But to like, to Carl's point, I think brick pavers will cover, I feel like I said, will cover concrete.
I mean, obviously, anything in here, if they need some type of variance, if somebody's got brick pavers, if they got concrete pavers, and they come to y'all and y'all say, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
About so we can always revise it and give a variance
If that
or
becomes an
update the
issue.
regulations to
If
say.
it's brick or concrete,
More specific, and you all can allow something outside of it rather than something more general where then they do something that's not what you're anticipating. So I think that's right. What you're saying is correct. Be more specific. And then if they want to come back and say they want to use something else, you all can approve it at that point. I think that's easier for people to understand when they read through it.
So we're going from grass pavers, concrete pavers, and brick pavers.
And brick pavers.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, can we reread that section there?
I think we also need to add something about it being new.
Yeah, we're gonna do that in just a minute. Let's take this one here and, oh, okay, I'm sorry, yes, yeah, I'm sorry.
No, well, that's okay. You can fix this sentence and then come back and fix the other one.
Yeah.
That's,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter to me. what you all wanted before it's adopted.
Okay. The new definition of pavement, if approved, shall read, a hard surface created using asphalt, concrete, and permeable materials that allow water to drain through, including porous asphalt, pervious concrete, permeable interlocking concrete pavement, and plastic grid pavers, concrete pavers, and brick pavers. The city must approve these surfaces for their intended use. Additional alternatives for hard surfaces are grass pavers, gravel, and crushed stone.
I have the others being added on the second sentence as additional.
That's what I do.
On the second part,
Yes.
well, let me reread it.
Last sentence, adding those two.
To the grass pavers. Okay. So a hard surface created using asphalt, concrete, and permeable materials that allow water to drain through, including porous asphalt, pervious concrete, permeable interlocking concrete pavement, and plastic grid pavers. The city must approve these surfaces for their intended use. Additional alternatives for hard surfaces are grass pavers, concrete pavers, brick pavers, gravel, and crushed stone. Got it?
I think that's good.
All right.
You agree with that?
I do.
Yeah. Okay. And so, Ms. Burrows, back up to your comment.
It's on that same section that she wanted. This refers to new drives in the pavement, right?
Yeah, can we add an additional sentence on to that?
I think add that pavement.
Pardon?
I think add that pavement.
Because it's a definition of pavement.
Yep.
And the city has approved these services for their intended use. So when you're talking about whatever the intended use is, it's a definition of pavement and not, we're really not talking about its application here.
Yeah.
This is just really a definition of pavement wherever it comes up. So that when we got back in here and we're talking about what's paved in the development of subdivisions, we understood what we meant by pavement. Because the whole section here is about the new subdivisions that are being developed, so by implication, it refers to new drives, new roads, new development.
Where would that be? Where would we add it?
You wouldn't add the page, but it's already added on, it's already on part of, number 6 on page 31, it says paved driveway should be required on each road.
Okay, let me find that.
Number 6, on page 31 and 33.
Up here.
Yes.
Paved driveway.
New construction.
On all new construction. Okay, I got it.
So when you read that, you say, what's paved? Then you
Then you
go
go
back
back
to
to
the
the
definition and say,
definition, but-
what paved is? That's
Okay,
where
but
the
that's where
application
it
is.
comes in,
Yeah.
all new construction.
It's already
Okay.
there.
Okay, good.
Okay, you good, Ms. Burrows?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, any more comments from the commission? Okay.
I'll modify my motion to say it's a motion with the accepted changes.
Well, let's vote on the first motion and second, and then if that's not passed, then we can do the amendment. Because right now, the motion is to vote on it as it was submitted without the amendment.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'll vote on that as it was submitted before we did all these changes, then someone can have the motion
Okay.
for it as the changes made.
Okay. Okay, all right, so we'll vote, we got to vote out on the table, call roll.
Ford,
No,
Day,
What are we voting on?
As before
before we make any
Okay,
changes.
no, okay.
Wade,
No.
Burrows,
No.
Aye.
No.
Okay, that does not pass. So I will entertain a new motion within your minutes.
Make a motion to approve as amended in this meeting.
Second.
Okay, we got a motion and a second. Does that meet?
That's good.
Is that good? Okay. Any discussion about any of the new motions? All right, since there's no discussion, call roll, please. All right. Call roll.
Gordon,
Yes.
Day,
Yes.
Wade,
Yes.
Earl,
Yes.
aye.
Yes.
All right, that's kind of approved 5-0. I got one item of business I'd like to do here before we close the meeting, and it's good to have Chad. Chad, why don't you introduce yourself here to everyone? So, glad to have you aboard with us here at the Decatur Planning Department as the planning director.
It's a pleasure to be here, and I want to thank my team. They have been helping me get acclimated to the new position. My name is Chad Bowman. I moved here, and I'm relocating here from Memphis, Tennessee. I have about 25 years of experience in urban planning, community development, economic development, project management, energy efficiency, you name it, I probably have touched it as it relates to planning. I'm an alumni and graduate of Alabama A&M's Urban and Regional Planning Program, a father of 3. Proud to be here and looking forward to working with the new administration, Mayor-elect Ken Lawrence, and the rest of my team, Josiah and Tommy Williams. I want to commend Tommy for doing a great job. A lot of my early success comes from the team that I've been fortunate enough to inherit. And Josiah, he's the tech guy, so I definitely want to keep him on my team. And Tommy, he's a great asset. He really has gotten me acclimated to the process, giving me the historical points on all of the projects and dealing with the commission. So we're going to continue to be a cohesive team and move forward with some new transformative ideas. Maybe in a month or so, we're going to be coming to you, of course, with the zoning rewrite. We want to ensure that that gets implemented so we can move forward in an orderly fashion. And it's a pleasure to be here, and I look forward to working with you.
Well, thank you so much, Chad. We're glad to have you here in Decatur, and you do have a great team to work with.
Thank you.
One final thing here. I saw past chairman, I guess we call it now, Kent Lawrence. He came in, and he sent a letter, and I just want to read the letter, Kent, if you'll allow me to. This is from Kent Lawrence to the Planning Commission. Dear members of the Decatur City Planning Commission, it's been an honor and privilege to serve as chairperson of the Decatur City Planning Commission. I'm writing to formally resign my position as chairperson effective immediately, as I've been elected to serve as the next mayor of Decatur. Serving as chairperson of the Decatur Planning Commission has given me a deep appreciation for hard work and dedication of those who strive to guide our city's growth responsibility. I am proud of what we have accomplished together and grateful for the opportunity to work alongside such community members. As I transition into the role of mayor, I will carry forward the insights and experiences and have gained from this commission. My focus will continue to be on fostering responsible development, strengthening our neighborhoods, and ensuring Decatur remains a city that we're all proud to call home. Thank you for your trust and support and partnership during my tenure. I look forward to continuing working with each of you in my new capacity. Signed respectfully, Kent Lawrence. So, again, from the Planning Commission, we thank you for your service, Kent, and we'll probably sing some more about that later. And we wish you the best in your new role as the mayor of City of Decatur. And if we can help you any way, you let us know. We'll be glad to.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right. No other business coming before us. We stand adjourned.
Thank you.
Yeah.